Finally, the World Cup is here. It starts tomorrow, June 11, and the opening game is Mexico versus South Africa. The hosts, the Mexicans, will be playing at home at the Estadio Azteca, you know. Because it starts tomorrow, I'm like, let's just preview and do some fun predictions for the first four games. So basically for June 11 and June 12. It's going to be a short one, just a fun one. The first four games are so basically the first game Mexico South Africa. Second game on the same day, later that night, around 9 p.m. Central Time, South Korea versus Czech Republic. And then the next day on Friday, we got the other two hosts. So Canada versus Bosnia for the first game around 11 a.m. Central Time. And then the United States versus Paraguay later that night at 8 p.m. Central Time at the Sophie Stadium. Just drop in the comments like which of these four games are you most excited about? Are you excited to watch the opening ceremony before the Mexico versus South Africa game? Anyways, I'm excited for it. I won't be there, but I'll be ready in front of my screen to watch those games. And yeah, let's get straight into it. The first game, Mexico versus South Africa. So there we have it. Mexico versus South Africa. The Bafana Bafana there for the first time at the World Cup since 2010, when they hosted the competition at home. They had the iconic moment with Shabalala when he scored the first goal of that tournament and the first ever South African goal in a World Cup. We all know the Azteca will be electric, will be jumping, will be lit, will be insane, to support their home team, the Mexicans. They haven't gone out the group stage since 2014. Not gone out, they haven't gone past the group stage, so they haven't made it to the next round. They always went out in the group stage in 2014, 2018, and 2022 as well. So they'll be playing at home. They have a pressure. They do have their main man up front, Santiago Jimenez, who plays at AC Milan. This is their moment to finally go through with their supporters. And yeah, as we mentioned on the other side, the Bafana Bafana, South Africa, their second ever World Cup after the first one. They got their main man who plays for Burnley right now, Lyle Foster. Will he have his Shabalala moment? Remember that Peter Drury epic commentary in 2010? Can they do it again? They won 5 games and drew 3 in qualifying, so they did have a great qualifying stages, but now on the biggest stage, can they show up? I honestly just think that Mexico will have the home advantage. They'll be just a little bit too strong. I do believe the Bafana Bafana gets a goal to make things interesting. Maybe they open the scores, put pressure on Mexico, but then the fans come together and start riling up and push the Mexicans, and they come back with Jimenez scoring one and winning the game 2-1, And let me know, what do you think about this game? Who's gonna win it? What's your prediction? Moving on to the next one, we got South Korea versus Czech Republic. South Korea got their main star in Song Hyun-min, probably his last World Cup as well. I might have missed him in the last dance. He's currently at LAFC, still one of the most dangerous attackers forwards in this tournament. World Cup in North America will suit him perfectly because he has been playing in LA And he's used to this heat, to the warm weather. It get really hot in North America. South Korea was unbeaten in the qualifying stages. They are kind of a dark horse for me in this competition. Like they could be surprising a few people, not being talked about much. On they on paper they could be the better team in this Group A. Mexico is close, but and they do have a home advantage. But on paper, with Sung Hyun-min, Lee Kang-in from PSG, Kim Min-jae, they might have the better team on paper. And on the other side, we got Czechia, who is back to their first World Cup after 20 years. So their last World Cup was in 2006. Yes, sir. They did beat Ireland on penalties and Denmark through the playoffs to qualify for this tournament. They're a solid team, they'll be playing together, they'll be running for each other. Probably their main man is Patrick Schick, their number 9, their striker who plays for Bayer Leverkusen. But I don't think they'll have enough. I think South Korea is superior and should be winning this game 2-0 with my son, Son Heung-min on the score sheet. Moving on to the next one, Canada versus Bosnia. Host Canada, biggest moment in football history, in their football history for them. We all know the BMO field in Toronto will be absolutely electric. Fans will be after them. They will be missing out on Alphonso Davies. Fonzie will be missing the opener. He is currently nursing a hamstring injury. He's still in the squad, but we don't know how long that might take. It do be hamstring, so it's more, I guess, of a week-to-week basis because this week they're going to be playing on Friday, and then the next game will probably be next week. So I guess after Friday, it's a day-to-day basis to evaluate Fonzie. But if he doesn't come back, he is going to be a big miss. He's he's a good left back. He's one of the top left back right now. But he's been struggling with injuries lately. Even if he's missing out, they still have a main man up front with Jonathan David, who plays at Juventus. He will be leading the line. He is one of the top strikers this season across Europe. He's been scoring goals. On the other side, Bosnia is back after 2-3 editions. They did beat Wales and Italy in the playoffs to qualify. So, they might not be given the credit that they deserve in this Group D with Canada and Qatar, and I think Switzerland as well is in this group. Or was it someone else? But yeah, we still got Edin Dzeko, who is 39 now. He's a veteran, so he has experience. This game is going to be a tight game, a very tight game. Um, I am going to predict a 1-1, and it's going to be a tight game. The thing that might turn the tides for one team is the home advantage for Canada. This could help the Canadians to win the game 2-1, but I think it's going to be a draw. In this group, I think Canada draws Bosnia but beat Qatar and then limit the goal conceding against the other team, which I think is Switzerland. I could check that quickly. Um, let me double check that quick. Yeah, it is Switzerland on the other side. So that's my prediction, and they should be finishing second in this group. So I'll go 1-1. And let me know, drop in the comments, like, do you think Canada will miss Alphonso Davies? Is he as important as I think he is for this team to win this game or other games in this group, to get past the group stage? How important is Alphonso Davies for the Canadians, and what do you think who's gonna win this game? Now, moving on to the last game of the first 2 days, we got the host, the United States versus Paraguay. They'll be playing at the Sophie Stadium in LA, over 70,000 fans, one of the loudest crowd in this tournament, loudest and biggest. And the US haven't had the greatest friendlies game in their last 4 games. They lost 3. They did play some bigger nations, quote unquote, versus Belgium, Germany, and Portugal. So a tough warm up to this competition, but they did beat Senegal, who, in my opinion, is the current best African team at the moment. They have a better quality, and yeah, Pulisic is the captain. He is the man. He will be leading this US team, and they do have some other good talents. Anthony Robinson in defense as a left back, top classy left back. They have Gio Reyna and some others, while Paraguay on the other side is back to the World Cup after 16 years. They qualified for the CONMEBOL grind, It's the CONMEBOL is a tough place. It's, the Latin Central America where every game is fought to the max. It's hard, it's physical, it's you have to grind out your results. And they have Miguel Almiron who will be leading their midfield. He used to play in the Premier League for Newcastle, so he does have experience. We shouldn't be sleeping on Paraguay. Like, they could make an upset in this game. They could do the hold up and win this game 1-0. I don't see why not. And we could be getting a chaotic game if that happened. Because let's say they score the first one, the United States players at home with their fans would be under pressure to react and do something. And that's what I think will happen. I think Almiron scores the first one and then US come back and wins the game 2-1 because their fans got loud for them to support them. So, that's my prediction. 2-1 United States. So we got an over 2.5 and yes, both team to score yes. On the previous game we have both team to score yes, under 2.5. South Korea, both team to score no and under 2.5. If you gamble, hey, I'm not giving gambling advice, but bet what you can afford to lose. But I'm not asking you to bet. Anyways, I'm getting distracted. Side note, not a financial advice, not a gambling advice. I'm just doing predictions for fun. Yeah, so 2-1 in this game, and drop in a comment. What do you think? Can the US go home? Oh, not go home, but go all the way to the final? Can they do it? How deep are the United States gonna go? They're gonna be playing most of their games in the United States at home, so they'll always mostly have the fans behind them. But do they have a quality? Is Mauricio Pochettino a good enough coach to bring them to the quarterfinals at least? That's I guess the deepest they've been in their history, and it was about 30, 40 years ago. So it's kind of time. They usually make it past to a round of 32, round of a 32, and then they usually lose the first game in the knockout, but or they don't even make it out the group stage. With this one, the group seems to be in their favor. They should be making it out at least to the next round, and then whoever they play against, it will be in the US as well, home fans. I don't know. I don't know. They do have some decent talent on their roster, so we'll see what Pochettino has in his bag and how far he can bring them. Decent team. Hopefully they can do better, but I do see them winning their first game. And yeah, that's my preview of the first 4 games, and I'll see you in the next one. We'll keep doing those previews pre-game and potentially some debrief after the game. I don't think I'll do debrief every single day, but we'll see. It all depends on time. I'm just dragging this too long now. That's about it, and I'll see you in the next one.